September 21st, 2024. Chris Howard, Gavin Lee, and Shaun Olcott had their bikes trailered south to the Malheur Field Station, just outside of Narrows, Oregon. It was here they would begin their journey, riding the Oregon Backcountry Discovery Route, a week-long adventure motorcycle ride, crossing the state from south to north by way of mostly unpaved roads and trails. Chris on the Honda Africa Twin, Gavin on the Suzuki DR650, and Shaun on the KTM 350 EXC. Only two of these riders and one of these bikes would complete the journey. The Malheur Field Station is a biological station supported by grants and donations, with a mission to promote environmental education in the northern Great Basin. Typical occupants of the station include students, ornithologists, herpetologists, and entomologists, as well as staff and volunteers. The dorm-style lodging, Wi-Fi, and amenities made for a comfortable night's rest before the long ride. From the field station, a short drive took the biker boys to French Glen, where they offloaded the motorcycles from the trailer to start the ride up and around the Steens Mountain and into the Alvord Desert. Unfortunately, Gavin's DR650 refused to run, and after an hour of troubleshooting, Chris and Shaun made the difficult decision to leave Gavin behind.
Well, we made it to the top of Steens Mountain.
We did it.
The playa, you can see part of it just over there. That's where we're hoping to camp tonight, if all goes well. Unfortunately, all didn't go well with Gavin's bike. Likely a carburetor issue. Maybe he can get it fixed and catch up with us, or he'll support us in his car later on.
Rock. Rock.
Well, we finished off day one, unfortunately missing Gavin, but we're here ending the day at the playa. Might ride around this a little in the morning before heading to fields and starting officially the BDR rather than BDRX. I broke a tent pole, just old fiberglass something or other, but it's working. Had some rice and beans, something for dinner. We started the day somewhere up there. Went all the way down and around.
On the second day of their voyage, the pair would continue riding through the Oregon desert, passing through the small town of Fields, and eventually ending the day in Plush. The morning was still young when they met the most likely creature, Kevin, a fellow motorcyclist seeking adventure on the Oregon BDR.
Come on, this is just all of a sudden just a magical configuration has been materialized.
I'm alright. Keep going up past me if you can.
Lightening the load would make for an easier ascent up the steep, rocky terrain gatekeeping the summit to Beatys Butte. I think they've spotted Kevin again. No, not the coyote. Up there on the hill, it's Kevin.
we made it up Beatys Butte. Shaun got his bike up. I fell over in the last turn. Shaun helped me pick it up. I tried to keep going, but couldn't hack it. So we're here. It's hot. There's a lot to see. Then we gotta go back down. Fork seals are blown. So, had an expired insurance card. Cut it into a seal buddy. Ran it around. We'll see what happens.
Could that be Kevin over there? Nope. It's just a herd of pronghorn antelope grazing in the Heart Mountain National Antelope Refuge.
We're gonna head out from Plush, Oregon, get to Christmas Valley. We were able to stay in that little house there last night, got some showers, slept in beds. I think we're pretty well rested. I don't expect the next section to be too challenging, but we'll find out.
And on the third day, Chris and Shaun rose from Plush, Oregon, rode through Christmas Valley, and made camp in the Deschutes National Forest, with some complications along the way.
I'm feeling upper ankle, bit of pain, but I think I'm all right. Still leaking fork oil in the left fork. There's just so many rocks. Got a bend in the rim here. These are tubes in here, so it'll hold air. My right ankle is not feeling good. Hurts to walk on, and if I have to support the bike at all with it, I think the bike's getting dropped again. So I'll just go slow and see what happens. Just stopped for lunch in Christmas Valley, filled up the bikes. We're gonna push on, maybe camp Paulina Peak or somewhere. May or may not make it to Sunnyville, Sunnyside. Sun River. Sun River. We're heading towards there. Might camp before we reach there. My ankle, I can walk with a limp. It could feel better, but it could also feel worse. So it is what it is. Shaun has just been busting a nut about this crack in the ground. So we're gonna see what this is all about. I'm just hoping I don't have to hike a mile with my injured ankle, but I'm here for it.
Crack in the ground is a 3-kilometer-long volcanic fissure descending over 20 meters deep, with subterranean temperatures a substantial 10 degrees centigrade cooler than at the surface.
This is just silt, sand. I dropped my bike, so we aired down the tires. Let's see if we can get through this a little easier. We think we made it through the silty bit. We're gonna air our tires back up because we can see a bunch more rocks ahead. Literally the last thing I want to do is be changing a tube. Out here I think I'd rather break my leg before doing that.
Ironic that in Chris's accident that very morning, he fractured his right fibula. Though he did not discover the extent of this injury until after concluding the ride.
We're camping for the night at Pine Mountain Observatory. It's a pretty cool place. There's like a few different telescopes. It's operated by the University of Oregon.
There we go.
Coming up next, the duo disengages the Deschutes. Chris can't carry his cargo, and we find again a familiar face. Could it be Kevin? Stay tuned.
That's a problem. That's broke. This appears to have maybe bent my subframe. We fixed it. Moved the trunk to the rear seat. My 1 gallon of water, my gas bag, they're empty. So this rear rack doesn't have to support a lot of weight. And we're good to go.
This shit's so funny. I can't even.
Gavin came in clutch. He brought my Pan America to finish off the ride. This Africa Twin has seen a lot better days. Saw this carnage back here. I'm losing all my gear. I want to give myself the best chance I can, so top box is going. My cot, I'm gonna have to sleep on the ground like Shaun.
And with a fresh motorbike to replace the injured Honda, Chris and Shaun were ready for day 5 of their expedition. Traveling from Sisters to Detroit on a Pan America with inferior tires and suspension would prove to be a rather challenging undertaking.
Oh fuck, my ankle.
Oh no.
It sure felt that. Yeah, I was over here and I didn't know what to do here, but this right side, that's the line. Yeah, I bounced and I think my head hit my windscreen.
Chris's worst fear was realized on Cache Mountain.
Literally, the last thing I want to do is be changing a tube. Out here, I think I'd rather break my leg before doing that. We're up here halfway to the summit of Cache Mountain. My tire won't hold any air, so we're going to put a tube in, but we can't get the axle out. We have a little 22mm insert that goes in there that's supposed to be able to be turned with an adjustable wrench, but we just kept rounding it off. So Shaun is going to ride back to Sisters, see if he can find some tools. We only have a 21-inch tube, so he's going to see if we can get a 19-inch for this. And I'm going to hang out. So I got the tire, halfway off. Right now, I'm battling getting the TPMS sensor, the valve stem, out of here. I do not have a Torx key that small. We think that's a T15, but I'm not 100% sure. Shaun has got a T15 with his tools. He's on his way back with some tools to remove the front axle. But I've found if I apply pressure, upward pressure to this with my spoon, then I can turn the stem with this wrench, and that's what I've been doing, just ever so slightly turning the stem and then trying to hold that bolt still, and it's slow going, but it's happening.
I even put Loctite on that stupid thing.
Oh, we got the front tire changed. I tried to continue up to the summit, just dropped it. I gotta call it quits and know my limits, so I'm just gonna go down. I'm not gonna summit with the Harley, and I think we'll have to stay out of the expert stuff. It's just, I'm not feeling it. We just gotta survive and finish the ride. There's some gnarly mud after that bridge there. I think I lost the front end on the Harley, went down, broke my my video camera. So I don't know how much more video there's gonna be.
Day 6 would be the final leg of the trip. Chris and Shaun rode from Detroit to Government Camp around Mount Hood and into Hood River, Oregon.
We camped at Detroit Lake last night. I think changing putting a tube in the front wheel just took away all my steam. We're gonna skip Olcott Lake because that's an expert section and I don't think I can do it. I'm injured. My bike is injured. Shaun's doing okay. He could keep going, but we're just gonna stay on the normal path. We're gonna get to government camp. Maybe we'll even push onto Hood River. We left early this morning. There was construction that would have delayed us by 3 hours, so we got in before that started. We're gonna keep riding. Ah, God damn it. Well, we did it. Hood River is just down the road a bit. We're at Panorama Point, where you can see Mount Hood. If I walked up further, if I walked up there, you could see Mount St. Helens and maybe Mount Adams. I don't know.
Definitely Adams.
I have to say, it's probably best to ride the BDR, Oregon BDR, south to north, because then you're through the tough stuff and the northern sections are kind of easy while you're all worn out. And bring a buddy so they can pick your bike up, 20, 30 times, however many.
Happy to do it. Happy to do it.
I think I had more to say, but I forgot. I'm just too tired. I just want to go home, fix my bikes, sleep.
Approximately 996 miles were ridden. Shaun clocked well over 1,000 miles, having made the tool run at Cache Mountain. Chris dropped his bikes a total of 19 times, receiving 17 assisted lifts from Shaun. Kevin went on to ride the Northern California BDR. Gavin's Suzuki ran flawlessly after returning home, and he agreed to try his luck next year on the Washington BDR.
I don't think it was ever mentioned, Shaun did this all with a broken rib.
I hurt a little.